What if they broadcast the Oscars and no one watched? Apparently, the audience is rapidly shrinking, going from over 46 million in the year 2000 to less than 19 million this year. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was on last week and I didn't even know. That explains why Everything Everywhere All at Once, a movie I had never heard of, keeps popping up on news headlines. One reason I quit watching long ago is because most of the winners are IFC, inappropriate for Christians. Another very strong reason is the sickening cult of celebrity self-worship. It's bad enough listening to or watching celebrity worship from regular folk, but watching the celebrities join together for a moment of group self-worship is too much for me to stomach. The only being worthy of worship is God, which is my focus, and teaching about God and how to properly know and worship Him is the purpose of An American Missionary. Today's Throwback Thursday edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary continues exploring Isaiah's magnificent vision of God, written down for us in Isaiah 6, with the first of a two-video presentation of an article discussing our ability to see God. From Plain Talk Magazine, April 1978, How Can We Know God by Robert F. Turner. The modern theologian places emphasis upon existential man, rather than upon a pre-existent personal God, and would say that man can know of God only via his inner responses to God concepts. To many, these concepts are but developments of civilization, fruits of soul searching on the part of our prehistoric ancestors as they groped for an explanation of the unknown. The modern theologian knows God in his heart through transcendental meditations or the like. He reasons that God is not subject to man's five senses and therefore cannot be known as one might know of material things. There is an element of truth in the above. God is spirit and cannot be adequately represented by things material. John 4:24, Exodus 24, and Acts 17:24. We do the idea of God an injustice when we place him literally on some celestial cloud, a stately old gentleman with long beard. But we must reject Karl Barth's statement. We are not thinking of some being existing in self-contained form prior to his revelation to man. God is identical with his revelation. God, worthy of the God concept, must have existed prior to the revelation of himself, being eternal in nature. John 17, verse 5 and verse 24. What true God must be created by the imagination of his creatures? With such a basis, there is nothing left for us but the subjective speculation of men, making themselves the laboratory, the manual, and the final judge of the experiment. We believe the Bible provides man with an objective approach to God. Before you turn us off, give the idea a fair examination. What does it offer? What may one expect from an objective study of the Bible? May we expect to fathom the true essence of deity? To appreciate via translation into human experience the true nature of God? This is impossible, for man has no experience comparable with immortality, no basis for understanding such things. If God had somehow expressed the actual glories of himself as known by himself, these glories would remain hidden from man, for we lack the capacity to appreciate them. But the Bible is filled with anthropomorphisms, a Greek compound meaning human in form. Attributes of God are expressed in man form so we can grasp them. God is spirit, but he walked in the garden in the cool of the day, Genesis 3:8. No man has seen God at any time, 1 John 4:12, for he is wholly immortal, 1 Timothy 6:16. Yet Moses talked with him face to face, directly rather than through a prophet, and thou shalt see my back, Exodus 33:11 and verses 18 through 23. Moses saw something less than the full glory of the Lord, verse 18, but enough that his glory was reflected on his face, chapter 34, verses 29 through 35. Heaven has gates of pearl and streets of gold because man thinks value in these terms. Yes, the idea of God transcends material things, and a transcendental operation is essential if we are to know him. But man does not do the transcending. God crossed the gulf, the gap between deity and humanity, and revealed himself and his will for man in terms and means of communication suited to his creatures. Well, we'll have to come back to conclude our discussion of Have We a Window into Heaven with a bonus Throwback Thursday quote from Plain Talk Magazine. Until then, thank you for watching this Throwback Thursday edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible and An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.